stress you out? Does it cause you to be anxious, to be depressed? Because, you look at your financial situation and you think, how's it ever going to change? How is anything ever going to change? I have so been there, friend. I've so been there. And here at Building Impact Makers, the YouTube channel, which is equal to peace, purpose, and profit, I might add, I want to touch on, like, this is not a scripted video. This is just me, because I've been recently talking to some people who they feel like their mental health issues or their anxiety or their depression or whatever is caused from a few different things. One of them being that they don't have connection, that they feel like their voice isn't heard. Another one is that they feel like money is causing them so much stress that they don't sleep well, they're not enjoying life, because everything seems hopeless. And it's true. The Bible tells us that a man without a vision will perish. And what does that mean? A man without a vision. If we don't have a vision for our future, if we don't have a vision for the hope that God has given us, it can be very, very depressing. And I truly, honestly, I believe that is why the world is in the state that it's in. So many people do not have hope. So many people do not have a vision, right? They just do what everyone tells them to do. But they hate it. Like they have a job that they hate, or they have a job where they feel like they don't have any say, like their voice doesn't matter. And those things can really take a toll on us mentally. I remember being in that space. I absolutely remember being in a job that, it didn't matter what I said. They were going to do it the way they were going to do it. And that it's just so hard to be a part of. And I get it. There's jobs that have to be done, and we have to have money. I totally understand that. We can't live without it, right? But what if we could do things differently? What if, what if there's a different way to do work, to do business, to do life? And what if it started with the calling that is on your heart? Because you know what, friend? You've been created with a plan and a purpose. God tells us that. He's got a plan and a purpose for each of us. And when we actually walk in alignment with what He is calling us to do, or what He has trained us to do, it's amazing. It's amazing how much different it is. Like, I've tried doing a business from just the place of earning money before. And that doesn't feel good either, because I'm not in alignment with who God's created me to be. God has created me to be of service, to be in service for people, right? And so when I finally got it, when I finally understood that all the things that He's taken me through in my life, and all the things that look like they didn't work out, have brought me to a time such as this, so that now I get to help women walk through those same kinds of things. It's so rewarding. It's so fulfilling. And I know you can't maybe just go switch your job or whatever, but maybe there's ways that you can, maybe there's ways that you can work from more of that place of alignment. So even in your current job, let's say you could, maybe not, but you could go to your boss and you could say, hey, you know what? Like, I'm really good at this part of the job. Like, I really feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Is there an opportunity for me to do more of that? Right? I mean, it's worth asking. All they can do is say no. That's right. Like, all your boss can do is say no. So let's say that's not a case. Let's say you go to your boss and your boss is like, nope, this is all you do. This is it. Okay, so now you have an opportunity. Do you look for a new job, or do you start a business? Right? Because as soon as we have hope, and sometimes when someone starts their own business, whether it's a side hustle type business, whether it's a, like a coaching type business or something that they're really good at, when they have their own business, that they have say in how things are going to go, now there's that vision, right? There's hope in them that says, hey, there's probably more to life than what I'm seeing right here. And so I would really encourage you, friend, that if you're feeling like money, your job, any of these things are stressing you out, causing you mental disruption, right? It's time to take a look at it. Because that discomfort that you feel inside, that thing that's stirring inside of you, is quite frankly, quite honestly, probably God trying to get your attention. Maybe it's time to move out of that position. Maybe it's time to move out of that job. Maybe it's time to move into something totally different and completely unheard of. And that, I promise you, my friend, is going to lift your spirits, is going to, it's just going to change things. Like, I did this just a few years ago. I was trying to sell high ticket services for real estate agents or real estate investors. Like, so it was anyway, whatever. I don't have to get into all that. But when I first started the job, I thought, oh yeah, I can do this. I love people. I can do this. But what I realized was that I was told exactly what to say. I was told exactly when to say it. Everything was controlled. And I just found myself being like, I just felt like I was dying inside. And when I finally had the courage to say, you know what, I don't think this is working out for me. I just had this weight, this big weight was released off of me because it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. And when we push hard against something and it just feels yucky, it's probably not where we're supposed to be. So it is so much better, it is so much more exciting, it's so much more rewarding when we can work from that place of alignment. And you know what? You may not have clarity yet. You may not have clarity at all. And actually, I would love to hear, what does clarity look like to you? What does clarity? How would you know that you were on the right track or not the right track? I'd love to get some feedback. Drop some comments, share some stuff with me, because the more that you share and the more comments that you give me on these videos, the more value and power I can add inside my community, because that's where I'm going deep with stuff, right? That's where I'm going deep. And so anyway, I look really forward to, I'll read every one of your comments, I promise you. And I'm excited to hear, or maybe even get to watch your journey. I would love to see if changing your financial story, whether that's a job or a business or what you tell yourself about money, all of those things, changes your mental health, because I believe it will, my friend. So until next time, God bless. And if you do want to know about the community, Peace, Purpose, and Profit, I will have a link in the show notes below. I also have a Ditching Depression podcast, so I'll put that link in the show notes as well. And lots of cool things are happening. Stay tuned, stay close, because something else is in the works that's going to help on some level. So can't tell you all the details yet because it's not time, but soon. Okay, take care, my friend. God bless.